Are you planning to visit the West Coast glaciers but you can't decide whether to stay in Franz Josef or Fox Glacier? Here's the thing, Franz Josef and Fox Glacier are only 25 kilometers apart, but choosing the wrong one could mean missing out on experiences you really want. In this video I'll break down the key differences between Franz Josef and Fox, but also I'll show you what's available at each location so you can fit this around your travel style. No fluff, just practical advice. Let's get started. Alright, before we dive into the details, here's something really important you need to understand. On a map, Franz Josef and Fox Glacier look very close to each other, but there are three big road hills between them, and believe me, it's not a quick drive. Fox Glacier village has only about 300 permanent residents, so it's small. You've got a handful of motels, a couple of restaurants and a few tour operators, and that's about it. Franz Josef is bigger with around 500 residents and far more facilities. Now here is what surprises most people. These two glaciers are quite similar to each other. They both come from the same alpine ice field. One flows down the Fox Valley and the other one flows down the Franz Josef Valley. So glacier tours like heli hiking, helicopter flights and valley walks are available at both locations and pretty similar. But here's where it gets interesting. The real difference aren't the glaciers, it's everything else you can do. So let's go through the activities because that will help you decide where to stay. Okay, let's start with the Fox Glacier experiences. Heli hiking is the big one. Because the glaciers have been retreating, the only way to actually walk on the ice is with a helicopter access. It's a quick 5-minute flight up there, then you spend about 2 hours hiking on the ice with a local guide. But here's the catch, weather conditions have to be right. Strong wind, fog, heavy rain, any of these, and the helicopters don't fly. Tours can be cancelled or rescheduled at short notice, so keep that in mind. You also got the helicopter flight options. Some land on the glacier, some don't. It depends on your budget and what kind of experience you want. Generally, the longer the flight time, the higher the cost. Check out links to all the mentioned tour details I'll talk about in this video in the description box below. Right, let's talk about other activities. Beyond the glaciers, here is what Fox Glacier offers. Lake Madsen is the star attraction. It's called the Mirror Lake for good reasons. On a calm morning or evening, those are generally the best times, you get perfect reflections of Mount Cook and Mount Tasman in the waters of the lake. The loop walk takes about an hour and a half and is an easy one to do. Apart from Lake Madsen, there are some lovely walks from the village towards Fox Valley, as well as you can walk towards the end of the glacier road. You can also drive in with your car to the end of the valley. There is a large car park and you can start walking from there. There's also Gillespie Beach and the Tunnel Beach Walk, though the Tunnel Beach Walk is currently closed, but you can check for updates. And for the more adventurous, there is the Brown Fox Hut overnight trip into the backcountry. This is something very special and yet again subject to weather conditions as it requires helicopter flights. So Fox Village has options, but it's a smaller range, it's quieter, and if you're after peace and access to wild beaches, that's the appeal. If you find this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button below to stay in touch for more helpful travel videos to come. Also, please tick the like button as it helps our channel to grow. Thank you very much. Now let's talk about Franz Josef. This is where the activity lists gets much longer. You've got the same heli hiking options as in Fox, plus an alternative helicopter flight with a brief stop option on the glacier without the hiking. It's called Glacier Encounter. Also, you got the similar helicopter flights with and without landing, just like in Fox. Franz Josef also offers an overnight camping trip in a tent above the glacier. And there's the ice climbing for those who want something more technical. Maybe worth considering if you're looking for something different. But wait, here is where Franz Josef really stands out. Just a short 30 minutes drive away is the beautiful 𝗥𝗲𝗹𝗃𝗀 settlement. This tiny place is one of New Zealand's best kept secrets. The 𝗥𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀 Lagoon is New Zealand's largest unmodified wetland. You can kayak through the lagoon with a local operator. It's an incredibly peaceful experience. You're paddling through the river system with hardly anyone around. Very authentic, very low impact. Note, tide times need to work for this trip, so you need to book this in advance. See the link in the description box below. And 𝗥𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀 is also home of the wild kiwi birds. There's a guided night tour available where you can actually see these birds in their natural habitat. It's one of the best places in New Zealand to spot them. For hiking, you got some serious options here. The 𝗥𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃 Trek Walk gives you stunning coastal and mountain views. Roberts Point Trek is a 5-hour hike. Alex Knob Trek is a full-day 8 hours alpine hike with incredible panoramic views. On a fine day is simply amazing. Don't worry about trying to remember all of this. I'll put links to more details on those walks in the description box below. So here are some additional tour options in Franz Josef. The Franz Josef Wildlife Center is where you can learn more about the conservation efforts. For a guided nature tour, the Glacier Valley Eco Tours is a great option. And here's a good one, the hot springs in Franz Josef. Trust me, after a long day of hiking, or if the weather turns bad, soaking in these hot pools is perfect. And if you're into thrilling adventures, there's also the skydiving in France and also the Franz Josef Wilderness Tours. This operator offers a range of tour options from kayaking and fishing on Lake 𝗵𝗂𝗃𝗃 to walking tours and boat cruises and the quad bike tours. Again, check out the links in the description box below for much more details on these tours. So you can see the differences now, right? Fox Glacier is smaller, quieter, with fewer activity options. Franz Josef has significantly more to do beyond the glaciers itself. This is exactly why I generally recommend staying 2 nights in Franz Josef. The weather on the west coast is famously changeable. If your helicopter flights get cancelled on day 1, you can go on day 2 and try again. Plus, you have time to do all the other activities. Now let's briefly talk about the weather, because this is crucial for the West Coast. Franz Josef and Fox get about 200 days of rain per year. That sounds terrible, but rain actually makes this place feel and look spectacular. The waterfalls become massive, everything becomes alive. You get this dramatic, moody atmosphere that's totally different from a sunny day. But heavy rain, low clouds and wind will cancel helicopter flights. So what to do? In Fox, your options are more limited. You got Lake Madsen, which is beautiful at any weather. Some valley walks, but if you're stuck inside, there's not much else to do. In Franz Josef, you got the hot pools. The Wildlife Center is also indoors. You can book the 𝗥𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀 tour for the evening when weather conditions often improve. The Glacier Valley Eco Tours still run in light rain. By the way, exploring this special part of New Zealand with a local guide will really open your eyes and provide a much deeper and lasting experience. Now let's cover some practical stuff that helps you also decide. Accommodation. Fox has fewer accommodation options. You need to book early, especially in the peak summer period between November and March. Franz Josef has more variety, more motels, hotels and backpacker accommodations. Food and facilities. Fox has about 5 main restaurants and cafes, plus the general store. My favorite place is the Cook Saddle Saloon, which has been operating for ages. Franz Josef has about 10 to 15 restaurants and cafes, a supermarket and more services. Petrol stations. Both villages have petrol stations, but they are closed early. So if you arrive into town in the late afternoon, fill up your tank. Between Franz Josef and Fox there's nothing. Between Franz Josef and 𝗥𝗲𝗃𝗃 to the north there's nothing for about 140 kilometers. So make sure your tank is full, especially when you continue further south. Driving times from Wanaka or Queenstown via the Haast Pass to Fox Glacier, it's about 4 to 5 hours. Add another 30 minutes if you're heading to Franz Josef. From 𝗥𝗃𝗃𝗃 or Greymouth down to Franz Josef, it's about 2 to 3 hours depending on the stops. These drives are spectacular, by the way. I've done separate videos on both routes. Check them out in the description box below in the road trip playlist. So there you have it, Franz Josef or Fox Glacier. The decision really comes down to what kind of experience you're after and how much time you have. Now that you know which location works for you, check out my road trip video options up here. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next video.